show people what's in the test.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this is my weekly COVID-19 test that I do for part of a research study with United Healthcare. And they send me all this wonderfulness. So I'm going to do the nasal swab right now. I have to clean my hands off with this alcohol wipe. Sadie's going to help. Okay. And they give me this little tube that I have to put the swab in. This is pretty upsetting. So, but this is what you have to, if you want to get tested, this is what you have to do. So wear your mask, people. Okay, and stay away from folks so you don't have to do this. Okay? So I have to cram it up into my nose until I don't get any resistance, okay? So then I have to turn it for 10 seconds. Okay. It's terrible. Sometimes there's blood, but there's no blood today. And then I have to do it in the other nostril. So I have to cram it up there until there's no resistance. Okay? Okay. Okay. So then I take the swab. Oh, sorry. And I put it in here and then I just break it off. Okay? And then I tighten it real good. And then I have to put it in this transport bag. Ugh. Sorry. Okay. There's actually two steps to this test, but I'm not going to do the blood test because it's gross. I don't want gross anybody. Not that that wasn't gross. But. And then I put it back in this box. And then along with my blood test, I send it off. And it gets shipped next day air. Okay. So now we're going to do the second part of the COVID-19 test. So this is the blood part. So this is called a clamshell. And so what it is I have to take my blood from a finger prick and these little they're like little cotton swabs will swab up the blood, and then I close up the clamshell and send it back to the lab in this little bag here. And they send me all this wonderful stuff. But their little band-aids don't work, so I just have my own. So you have to clean your hands again. These wonderful swabs. Clean it. And I always do the same finger, the finger that I use for when I test my blood sugar. So. To wipe the first little droplet off, and then I can collect the blood in these little samples here. And then it soaks it up, and you have to cover the whole like little cotton swab thing. This is the 6th test I've done, And then every week they call me, and a nurse practitioner calls me and asks me where I've been, who I've had contact with, have I been practicing social distancing, do I have any symptoms. I mean, I haven't had any. I've always had negative tests. So after that's all filled up with my blood, see, I close it back up, make sure it's all tight, and then I put it in this little silver bag. And then I mail it off. Take it down to the UPS, and it'll go there, get there next day. And I usually have my results within 2 days. Unless they're backed up, then it's about 4 to 5